Can you spot the difference? Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 5 differences between Disney and Pixar movies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be examining the ways in which animated films by Disney and those by Pixar differ from one another. While Pixar is owned by Disney, they nevertheless maintain distinct styles. Keep in mind that, as always, there are exceptions to every rule. Number 5. The animation style.
You're flying! This isn't flying, this is falling with style.
One of the simplest methods of determining whether a film is made by Disney or Pixar is to look at the art and animation. Disney has, until very recently, primarily stuck to traditional hand-drawn animation, while Pixar has, since its creation, been a studio which specializes in computer animation. Contemporary films from both creators can be more difficult to differentiate, but not impossible. Modern Disney films still retain an artistic flair, likely due to being based on traditionally drawn concept art. Pixar's animation, on the other hand, generally has more complex and detailed textures than Disney's does.
I remember it like it was yesterday. Of course, I don't really remember yesterday all that well.
Number 4. The characterization.
Hey there, sweetie! Quite a show, eh?
Scott, be quiet.
Another way to tell Disney and Pixar apart is to take a look at the characters.
Okay, not what I had in mind.
Disney characters are often paragons or ideals. Just look at how many princesses they have. The way they act is also more likely to be heroic, while Pixar characters are usually more prone to elicit empathy. They're given understandable motivations like jealousy, fear of loss, or a desire to be special. This isn't to say that every character from every film by each studio fits into these categories, but broadly speaking, their respective film rosters have gained this reputation for a reason.
Okay, first, I'm not a princess. I'm the daughter of the chief.
Same difference.
No.
Number 3. The music.
Hold me close and hold me fast. The magic spell you cast. This is La Vie en Rose.
The way music is treated in films from both studios is another factor that can help identify them. Pixar films have had a number of memorable songs and general music throughout, which sometimes help give insight into the characters, particularly if Randy Newman is involved.
You got a friend in me.
Oh, charming.
You got a friend in me.
However, Disney animated films are almost always musicals, meaning that the characters are the ones doing the singing.
Bonjour! Bonjour!
Bonjour!
Bonjour! Bonjour!
There goes the baker with his tray, like always.
Plot and character development are frequently expressed through song, adding to the sense of atmosphere of the films and filling the audience's heads with catchy lyrics that stay in our minds for decades.
One jump ahead of the bread line, one swing ahead of the sword. I steal only what I can afford. That's everything.
Number 2. The settings.
Float like a Cadillac, sting like a Beamer.
Like their characters, Pixar keeps their settings grounded in reality. Well, sort of. While the characters themselves may be somewhat outlandish in concept, the world they inhabit is generally contemporary or at least relatable. Despite, or perhaps because of this, Pixar manages to create engrossing and large-scale environments to tell their stories in. Disney veers more towards the fantastic with its settings, which is probably due to many of their films being based on fairy tales or other classic stories. Like many aspects of Disney movies, though, this seems to be shifting in recent years.
We've all felt what you're feeling, and we've come to terms with it.
Really?
Number 1. The Antagonists.
You're wasting my time. I have to find my son.
Arguably the biggest difference between Pixar and Disney is the source of conflict in their films.
Patience, boys. All good things to those who wait.
Disney, with a few exceptions, almost universally favors using villains to set its plots in motion. It's the baddie's fault when everything goes awry, and the hero must do something to stop it.
Mark my words, Gypsy, you will pay for this insolence.
Although Pixar has antagonists, the crux of the plots are often the result of the characters' actions and conflicts between one another. They can also sometimes be reactions to a situation they find themselves in.
We have a friend in need, and we will not rest until he's safe in Auntie's room.
Pixar's approach is definitely more complex and realistic. which has caused Disney to take a page out of their book for some of their newest films.
I am not a dumb bunny.
Right. And that's not wet cement.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.